And we are live. Hello, everyone. This hour on Verbling, the next in my Fluency Fundamentals series. This class is all about the fundamental vocabulary you need for different kinds of topics. And in today's class in particular, we're going to talk about binomial phrases. That means phrases that use a conjunction. Conjunctions are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. And when you put those together with two nouns, you get a binomial. Well, I'll explain what all this means in just a second. But first, quick introduction, and then we'll get started. My name's, let me see, where's my phrase. Give me a second here. I just need to get something on the screen for you. Give me just a second. One moment. This is what I wanted to do. Give me a second here. There we go. My name's John Eric. I'm your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, coming at you today from Lisbon, Portugal, to bring you this class. In just a second, you'll see my profile page. What I wanted to say was, if you click on the link in the Verbling chat window, it'll take you to this page, where on the left side, you can follow me to get notifications of my upcoming classes. And on the right side, you can also book a private tutoring session with me. In private tutoring, I will work with you on a personalized learning plan to help get you to your goals as soon as I can. If you're interested, send me a message, and I'll try to find time for you in my schedule, and we'll work out a plan together. In the meantime, look at this presentation, binomials. You can see a binomial right there on the screen. By the way, if you have any trouble viewing this or you want to see it up close, click the link that I just posted for you in the chat window, and you'll get a copy of this, which you can open your browser or you can download. Okay? And let's see who's out there. We've got Mr. Arnaud. Hello, Arnaud. Long time no see.
Hello, John Eric. How are you? Can you hear me?
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Let's see. I think I saw you 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks ago or more?
Yes, 2 weeks ago.
Yes. And you're somewhere near Paris, right?
Absolutely, right.
Yeah, okay. There you go. I got it. I remember. And we've got Mr. Alexandra, I think.
Hello, teacher.
It's Alexandra, right? Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. Good guess.
Yeah. Long time no see. Yeah.
And you're from, was Salvador, wasn't it? Salvador?
No. I'm from Brazil.
Salvador is in Brazil.
No, I'm from Brasilia.
Oh, Brasilia. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I thought Salvador. Okay, Brasilia. Got it.
Yeah.
And Mr. Giancarlo, welcome back from last hour. How are you?
Fine, thank you, John. Good morning.
Good morning. And we've got Manu Oliveira. Hello, Manu. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you.
Manu. What an unusual name. Is it short for something?
No, it's my nickname. My name is Emanuele.
Emanuele. And if we're going to call you, so I say, how do I pronounce it? I say Manu, like that?
Manu.
Yes.
Hola,
Manu.
Hola.
Very good. Mr. Rob is back as well. Welcome back, Rob.
Thanks.
Привет, Rob. So I can say hello in every language. Kind of. Binomial phrases. These are two-part phrases. We've got a ton of these to learn. I don't expect you to remember all of them, but I am going to test you at the end of class. But I don't expect you to remember all of them. There's too many to remember. What I think is that you'll understand them just by looking at them. They won't be hard to understand. The difficult thing will be maybe to recall them. So what we're going to do is we're going to run through 4 different sets of binomials, and I'm going to have you guess what you think they mean, because a lot of times it'll be pretty obvious. Okay, we're going to do that really fast. You're probably going to forget half of them, but that's okay. Then we're going to apply these to different exercises. I think I have 3 different ones. So you'll get a chance to work with them. And at the end, if we have time, we're going to play a little game where I'm going to challenge you to use a binomial phrase in a natural sounding conversation. I'm going to surprise you with the binomial. You have to make it fit into the conversation that we're going to have. Okay? And at the very end, if we have time, we'll do a little reflection about what we learned, what was new, what was important, that kind of thing. So let's take a look at our first short presentation. I want you to do the reading here, and I'll just be here to answer any questions you have. I'm going to do a little presentation. Afterwards, you're going to take a look at a set, and you're going to try to match up the definitions. So, Alessandra, can you read this for us? Binomials are expressions. Tell us about binomials. What are they?
Binomials are expressions, often idiomatic, where 2 words are joined by a conjunction, usually and. The order of the words is usually fixed. It is best to use them only in informal situations, with 1 or 2 exceptions.
Okay, just let's clarify what idiomatic means. Does anyone know what that means? If something sounds idiomatic, it sounds how? What would be a good way to define idiomatic? Any ideas? No ideas? Really? Oh my goodness. Maybe I'll give you an example of a phrase, and you tell me if it sounds idiomatic. If you see some American, you say, hi, I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Does that sound idiomatic to you? Is that an idiomatic greeting? Yes or no? Uh-oh. Can anyone hear me? Am I here? Have I ceased to exist? I'm getting worried. Mr. Arnaud, can you hear me?
Yes, sorry. I can hear you, John Eric.
Oh, but you're not responding. If you go up to an American and you say, when you're going to greet them, you say, hello, American. I am pleased to make your acquaintance. Is that an idiomatic greeting, or is that not an idiomatic greeting? What do you think? What does your gut tell you?
No idea.
Does it sound natural, or does it sound unnatural?
It sounds unnatural.
Of course. So it sounds the exact opposite of idiomatic. Idiomatic means to sound natural, like a native speaker. Okay. That's all. So an idiomatic greeting would be what? If you saw some American, you would say, what, Arnaud?
Nice to meet you. Where are you from? Something like that.
Yeah, a normal expression.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, what's up? That's very idiomatic, right? You don't necessarily say that in other languages. Okay, I just want to be clear that binomials are idiomatic. In fact, Arnaud, why don't you keep reading? Let's look at our examples below.
Okay. Odds and ends. Small and important things. Example. Let's get the main things back. We can do the odds and ends later.
Excellent. Good.
Give and take. A spirit of compromise. Example. Every relationship needs a bit of give and take to be successful.
That's it. Okay, so you've got 2 examples already. Now let's see if you can use your intuition, your passive knowledge of English, all of you, to match up some definitions. This is our first set of binomials. Here we go. Let's just read through them first and make sure that the pronunciation is totally clear. I'll say it, and then you repeat it as a class at the same time. If I hear any problems with pronunciation, I'll let you know right away. Okay? So me, then you. First me. Part and parcel. Now you.
Part and
And
parcel.
parcel.
Part and parcel.
Part and
Sounds good.
parcel.
Good. Ranting and raving. Now you.
Ranting
Ranting
and raving.
and raving.
Writing and raving.
Sounds good. Rack and ruin. Now you.
Rack
Rack
and
and ruin.
Rack and ruin.
Rack
Excellent.
and ruin.
Good. Rob, faster. Next. Prim and proper. Now you.
Prim and proper.
Proper.
Prim and proper.
Okay, very good. Last one. Wine and dine. Now you.
Wine and
Wine
dine.
and dine.
Wine and
Rough
dine.
and ready, John. Was missed.
Okay. Question?
Right and
Rough
ready.
and ready.
John Eric.
I can't see that on the screen. Hold on.
Rough and ready is letter
Oh, I
P.
didn't see it. Sorry. I couldn't see it because something was blocking my screen. Rough and ready. Rough and ready. Now you.
Rough and ready.
Rough and ready.
Excellent. Excellent. Good. Okay, so let's give it a try. Mr. Rob, match part and parcel. You can say something like this. Part and parcel matches with, and then read the definition you think is best. Remember, you don't know the answer. You're just making an educated guess. You will see the answer in a moment, though. So give us your best guess.
Part and parcel. Part of belong to.
Part of or belonging to. Very good. And parcel, we usually think of a parcel as something being sent through the mail, right? A parcel is like a package. But parcel is also basically means like a piece of something, like a piece of mail, actually. What else can I say about it? I don't know. So I think part and parcel, they're just like two words that basically mean the same thing. A quantity or an amount of something can be a parcel. Okay, very good. So the first one is correct. Javier, can you do B for us?
Ranting and raving.
What do you think? Ranting, raving. Urgh. Urgh.
Shouting,
Urgh.
very angry.
Shouting, very angry. Rave. Sounds a lot like a Spanish word, doesn't it? Sounds like a Portuguese word, I know. Raiva. So rave is like sort of related to anger. That's one way you can make a connection.
Yeah.
Right? Raiva, right. You have the word, that same word in Spanish?
Rabia. Yeah.
Rabia. Okay, so you can make that connection because they have the same Latin root. Okay? Ranting and raving. Mr. Where are we? Javier Giancarlo for C. This one's not so clear, actually, but give it a try.
Rack and ruin. Rack and ruin.
Well, the definition's pretty easy because it uses the same word in the definition, so it's not so hard to match it up. To understand it might be less easy. So the obvious definition is,
ruin, decayed.
right? Ruin, decayed. So rack and ruin. Why rack? You know what? I'm not even 100% sure myself why the word rack and ruin. But I guess, yeah, I really don't know. I'm not really sure. Because rack, we think of a rack as a place where you store things. But okay, there's another, there just occurred to me. You can say I'm racked with guilt, which is an expression. So that means that you're feeling a great deal of guilt, or racked with pain. So maybe the connection is that ruin, okay, means destroy, and rack means to be filled with pain and anguish. So it's like a very negative feeling. That could be the reason why they go together. Okay, Ms. Manu, let's take a look at D.
Prime and proper.
Not prime, prim.
Prim.
And don't worry about the word prim. Think about the word proper to help you match it up.
Proper.
Yeah. His manners were very proper. He used proper English. Think about that, and it'll help you match it up.
Poor?
Say again?
Poor standard?
No, because a standard would be like the quality we give to like a restaurant or a business. It's a high quality food, bad quality service. It's got nothing to do with standards. But if I say his behavior was very proper, was he well behaved or was he not well behaved? His behavior was proper. Does that mean that he's well behaved, Manu?
No.
It doesn't? If I say proper behavior, that means not well behaved? Are you sure? Proper means the same as well behaved. To behave properly. To behave in the right way. In the right way. Proper. So proper in Portuguese is like what? Correcto? Something like that. Same as correct. Okay, Manu?
I'm thinking.
No, I'm telling you. You don't have to think. I'm telling you. Proper means the same as correct.
Correto.
Right, exactly. So prim and proper means that you're too correct. Demasiado.
Rather formal?
Exactly. Rather formal. Too correct. Rather formal. Fussy. Fussy is like you're always complaining because things aren't as good as you want. So you're too formal. Prim is exactly that. Prim means that you disapprove of anything that is not the way it should be. You're prim. You disapprove of everyone else. You're too correct. Okay? Remember, I don't expect you to know these. I just want you to try to make a connection from one of the key words if you can. Okay, so we're is prim and proper a little sarcastic? Could be. Could be, yeah, prim and proper. You could use it in a sarcastic way, sure. This person is so prim and proper. It means but it doesn't mean the opposite. It just means that they are, yeah, that they're fussy, but that it's not necessary to act that way. Maybe that's a good way to look at it. Okay, we're back to Mr. Alexandra for E.
Rough and ready.
Rough and ready. Arr.
Yeah, is poor standard.
It is. How did you know that? Because it's not obvious. How did you know that?
Because I guess rough is like something.
The opposite of.
Yeah. Is it's opposite.
Yeah. What would be the opposite of something rough?
Easy. I don't know.
Yeah, or just good. I
Good,
mean, like
yeah.
good. If something, oh, that's pretty rough. You get. I don't know. Imagine you buy a table at IKEA, and it's falling apart, and it doesn't fit together. Oh, that's pretty rough. So rough could be used in that sense of being not well put together, no attention to detail. Could be in that sense. Rough means the opposite of smooth. But rough and ready, oddly enough, means bad standard. Why ready? I have absolutely no idea. It doesn't make any sense, but that's what it means. Mr. Arnaud.
Yes.
Let's take a look at a word relating to cuisine for our French connoisseur. Letter F.
Wine and dine.
Wine and dine.
Um,
What do you think? Well, there's only one left, so.
Number 5, ruin and decay.
No, we use that.
Oh, really?
Really? Think about a sentence like this. In order to get the Democratic nomination, Joe Biden began to wine and dine
Yeah,
members.
Yeah, it's obvious. It's obvious. One and dine, St. Hilton.
Entertain.
Yeah, entertain.
Entertain, right. To take people out for a nice dinner and a nice wine is to wine and dine. In other words, to entertain them. Exactly. Okay, that's our first list. Here are the answers on screen. You can see right now. You got them all right, but there they are. And here is some further context for you if you want to see examples. In fact, I was saying these examples as we went along. Like she has to wine and dine some important clients. Okay, so you can always review, and I've put a keyword at the bottom. All of these are related because of a sound pattern. Wine and dine, they rhyme. Rough and ready, they are a sound. That is called alliteration. Prim and proper, alliteration. Rack and ruin, alliteration. Rant and raving, alliteration. Part and parcel. Well, that's a bit of both. They rhyme and they have alliteration. Alliteration is when you have the same consonant, and rhyming is when you have the same vowel sound. So these are all grouped by sound pattern. That's one kind of binomial. Okay? So now that you got the hang of it, we're going to go a little faster because we have 3 more sets of words. We got to speed this up. Pick the one you think is best. Question? Questions?
Yes. Generally, could you explain again sound pattern exactly? I don't understand it correctly.
Okay, 2 kinds of sound patterns. Okay? First, we have rhyming, which means same vowel sound, and the example would be wine and dine, because they have different consonants.
Yeah.
W and d do not sound the same, but I and I do sound the same. And then we have alliteration. Alliteration. And alliteration means the same consonants. Consonants. And the example there would be rough and ready, because the R is the same in both of those.
Okay.
So we have alliteration and we have rhyming. Those are 2 ways to create a sound pattern. In other words, the logic of the pair is not important. It's just the sound that's important. That's why we use it, because of the sound.
Okay. Got it.
Here is a different set that are not necessarily based on sound. In fact, you're going to have to figure out what they are based on. These are based on, well, we'll find out at the end. First, let's see if we can match them up. So, let's say hello to Mr. David, who joined us a little late.
Yes, I was still sleeping. Sorry for that.
But you're awake now, and everything is okay. Nice to have you.
I'm trying to wake up and to be rough and ready.
You are rough and ready.
I am rough and ready.
Mr. David,
Yes.
see if you can match up letter A. Read it and tell us the best match, in your opinion. Remember,
Sure.
I don't expect you to know, but I expect you to try to decode that pair of words and see if you can figure out the best match.
Pick and choose. Have a wide choice.
Have a wide choice. Good. Choose and choice go together. You're absolutely right. Excellent. Mr. Rob, letter B.
Lips and bones.
Not lips, but leaps.
Lips and bones.
If you know what a leap means, this will be easy. If you don't know what a leap is, it'll be difficult.
I know what mean lips, but I see only big jumps, but I think
But
it's
what?
a jump.
Yeah,
But
it is.
bounce, I think it's
Forget
many
bounce. Don't worry about it.
okay,
You got it's big jump. Leap,
big jump.
big jump. Bound also means a jump. They mean the same,
Mm,
actually.
yeah, but I think it means many bounce or many laps. Sorry.
It's not the amount that matters. It's just the fundamental meaning. They both mean a kind of a jump.
Yeah.
A kind of jump. Leap is like a high jump. Bound is more like a fast jump, like something that you can't stop. He came, for example, he came bounding toward us. He was big. We couldn't stop him. This could also be used metaphorically. My English is progressing in leaps and bounds. Like you can't stop it from happening. Mr. Javier, let's do C.
C is gonna be peace and quiet. Peace, calm. No?
Peace and calm. It's nice to have some peace and quiet. Where might I say that, Javier? It's nice to have some peace and quiet for a change. Where would I be if I'm saying that phrase?
At work, probably.
Okay, what's going on at work to make me say that?
If it's really busy or noisy, no? No.
Oh, I said it.
They're really busy or noisy or in a noise environment. Probably.
So then I would say it would be nice to have some peace and quiet. Yeah. As David said, in the library. If I said it's nice to have some peace and quiet, I'd probably be in the library, right? Because everyone has to be quiet, or the librarian will kick you out. Okay. So peace and quiet. That one's pretty easy. I think you've all heard that before. Mr. JC, let's do letter D.
Letter D. Rest and recreation, relaxation.
Relaxation is correct. The doctor recommended some R&R, which means rest and rest and recreation, or rest and relaxation. The doctor recommended some R&R. Why would the doctor recommend R&R, Giancarlo?
To be quiet and to relax.
Yeah, why might the doctor recommend R&R instead of medication? What's going on with me? That's his.
Maybe you are under pressure, you are stressed,
Exactly.
and what you need is just to distract a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe you're stressed out. As David says, you're a workaholic. Exactly. So there's no pill you can take. You just need to stop working. By the way, Giancarlo, remember that rule? Remember that rule about if a vowel ends a syllable, it says its name? Remember that?
In what? In what word? Sorry.
Don't worry about the word. Do you remember that rule we talked about?
No, I don't.
Oh my God! We talked about it yesterday.
Just tell me the word. Maybe.
I don't remember the word yesterday we talked about. But the rule, which I put on screen, I wrote it in green letters too. The rule is, if a vowel ends a syllable, it says its name. That's called an open syllable. A closed syllable, I didn't mention this yesterday, but a closed syllable is when you have a consonant after the vowel. So I want you to look at the second word in D and say it for me one more time. Second word in D.
Second word in D. And.
I'm sorry, the second word of the pair. The third word in D. The third word.
Recreation.
Now, notice how in this word, the first syllable is actually R-E-C, not R-E. So does the E say its name, or does the E not say its name? If it's REC and it's a closed syllable, do we say it
Well,
as an E or do we say it as an A?
it's a prefix and
No, no,
creation,
no, 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 but don't worry about
recreate.
that. Don't worry about that. The prefix is re, it's true, but the word is REC. That's where we divide the syllable.
Rec.
Rec. Exactly. Most, at least American speakers, will say recreation. It's divided up. In another word with the RE, like retreat, it would be re. But in this word, for some reason, we divide it up differently. So I just want to point out that it follows the rule from yesterday and last week. If you have a closed syllable, you don't say the name of the vowel. You say eh. The name is E, and in retreat we say E. But here we say eh because it's rec, closed syllable. Okay, so a grammar point for today we can just take a note of is the difference between closed and open syllables. And what you need to remember is that if it's an open syllable, that means that the vowel ends the syllable. Put this in the chat window and says its name. And the example there is retreat. We say re because the first syllable ends with E. But in recreation, we don't say the name because the first syllable is rec. All right? I just want to point that
Right.
out because yesterday we looked at the rule and we looked at it once last week too.
John?
Questions?
Recreation. Oh, interesting, John. Recreation.
David?
Yes, I have a. Oh,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I have
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Giancarlo. Go ahead.
David,
Okay.
you go ahead.
Okay, I go ahead. I was trying to be polite. I was trying to be prim and proper.
Exactly.
Okay, I have a question about that, about recreation and recreation, because there are two words, I believe. So that's also one aspect here, I think. So recreate something is to do something, to create something again, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. Recreation.
Yeah,
Is that
because
even a word?
yeah, it
Is
is
that a
a
real
yeah. So because I remember that once I was doing something like that, and they say no, it's re because it's not like a re. You say redo, but in this case you say recreation, not recreation, because the recreation will be to create something again.
Yeah, but is recreation even a real word? I wonder. I guess, I mean, we can say it, but recreation. Because we have recreation.
Like the recreation of the new something, you know.
Yeah. That's definitely something you hear people say.
Let me double check. Let me double check, and yes, and I'll get back to you.
But I wonder if there's, because now that you mention it, I wonder if there's like a different spelling or something like that. Creation versus, yep, yeah, here we go. Give me a second. Maybe I can give you a rule for this. Because we have recreation with a hyphen between the re and the creation. Give me a second here. Can I give a rule about this though? I'm just double checking too. Well, I don't have time to really look it up. I was just looking. I do see that there is kind of a lot of questions on like word forms about the difference. And I see that there's a hyphen when people want to say recreation, which makes sense, right? So if you say re and you put a hyphen, then you put creation, it forces you to make the re because it's an open syllable. So, and actually I'm looking it up on a forum and it says recreation is not a word. So there you go. So David, according to the gods of the internet, recreation is not an actual word. Does that make sense?
I'm looking at a dictionary and it says it's a word. Don't worry. I mean, I'll get back to you in a minute. Just go ahead with it, class, because I don't want you to get behind.
Okay.
Okay.
So last one was letter E, and we're up to Manu.
First and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
First, most importantly.
Right. Foremost is the most important thing. First and foremost. First and foremost, you must work hard. Manu, if you're giving advice to someone about, I don't know, starting a business or about studying English, hey, how about that? Manu, you're giving advice to someone about studying English. What is the first and foremost thing they ought to do? What advice would you give them? First and foremost, you must do what?
First and foremost, you have to read, study.
You have to work hard. Right? First,
Yes.
I would say first and foremost, you have to learn through listening before you do anything else. First and foremost, when you study a language, is listen to it. If you don't listen to it, you may misunderstand a lot of the language because the logic of the language is all through the sounds of the language. That's my advice. First and foremost is to really understand that languages are spoken before they're ever written, right? So, there we go. That's our second set. And by the way, David, I'm just looking at your link, but the link says recreation, though. The link that you're giving me, David.
Yes.
It's a British English pronunciation of the word recreation, I guess.
No, they're both. There's American and English. At the top, you can see you can choose British and you can choose American.
The act or process of making something that existed in the past.
Right.
I don't know. I think it's controversial because
right.
I'm not sure if it's really a word in American English.
Right. Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Everyone says it, but I'm not sure if it's. I'm not really sure. The reason is this: because the only time I've ever heard it used is for like a crime scene. You know, like CSI. You know, the crime scene was recreated. This is a recreation or a dramatization.
Right, because when I was doing something, I remember because when I was saying something to a friend, and I think I used the word recreational, and he said, no, recreational, because it's not to recreate something, it's to something that you enjoy. I said, oh, so there's a difference there. So that's what I mean. It's in my head because I made a mistake. You know, I say recreational, and he said, no, recreational. I say, what is recreational? So I went to the dictionary. That's what I knew about this. It's not because I'm trying to be fussy. What is the expression? Something fussy.
Fussy.
No, but what's the other the two words that you use instead of fussy?
Prim and proper.
Oh, prim and proper. There we go. I don't want to be prim and proper, but you know, it's in my head. Okay, but thank you.
But I think, to be logical about it, you'd have to put a hyphen between re and creation. Because logically, that would force you to say re. So that's my only advice.
Okay, thank you.
But you know, languages are tricky things. Here are all of the answers that you just gave, and they're all right. Okay, so you can summarize them there. Here were the examples that I gave you as we were speaking. And the commonality between all these things is that they are synonyms. They are two words that mean the same or nearly the same thing. Okay, or they're so close in meaning. So this is not about the sound anymore. This group is about the meaning. To pick and to choose mean the same thing. Leap and bound mean jumps. Peace and quiet mean the opposite of noisy. Rest and relaxation mean that you're not working. All of these are near synonyms. Finally, well, I say finally, but there's actually two more groups here. This one and another one. Finally, so let me, oh, I'm sorry, you know what? Yeah, let's go here first. It's not actually finally. We have another group which is going to be a little hard to understand at first what the connection is. Okay, but I'm going to call these grammar words. Words that are fundamental to the structure of English. These are such common expressions, you probably know these the best, so they should be really easy. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to say the term, you shout out the definition, because I think these will be really easy for you. Okay? So, here and there. If you know the definition, shout it out, class. And if you don't know, I'll give you a sentence. Like, there are cafes here and there. They're not all in one place. There are cafes here and there in the city.
Number 4?
In both directions. It's close. It's close. It's not number 4, but you're close.
Number 3.
Number 3. Scattered.
Around.
Scattered around. Exactly. Off and on. I would say, we've had meetings off and on, but we haven't discussed things in detail.
Occasionally.
Occasionally is correct. I've been running back and forth all day long. I'm exhausted.
In both directions.
In both directions. There's a better match for both directions. Second choice.
To and from somewhere.
To and from somewhere. Back and forth is to and from. How about this one? I'm going to skip that, I think. Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to skip that one. Okay. He is unemployed and down and out. Just like the movie Down and Out in Beverly Hills. If any of you are older than teenagers, you might remember that movie with Eddie Murphy. Down and Out and Nick Nolte. Down and Out in Beverly Hills, about the guy who's like homeless and he becomes like a multi-millionaire.
Without home or money.
Without home or money. Down and out means that you are desperate. She's better now, out and about. She's better now and out and about again. She's better now. She was sick, but she's better now, and she's out and about again.
Going out?
She's going out. She's healthy enough to go out with friends and socialize. Last one is she ran up and down the street, but she could not find her missing son. She ran up and down the street.
Both directions.
Yeah, this is the one I would match up with both directions. Very good. You've got the matches here on slide 11. And you've got the examples that I just gave you. And the summary here, the commonality, is that these binomials are all grammar words. Basically, they're all adverbs. Okay? So these you probably know. The final group, last one we're going to have time for, is words that use not and, but another kind of conjunction. So take a look at these. And give me just a second. How are we going to do this? Yeah. So, for example, if I said your sweater is back to front, oh my God, you've got to change your sweater. It's back to front. What am I saying about how you're dressed?
The wrong way.
Right. In America, we might say backwards. British English, back to front. But you could use both in either place. It's a sink or swim situation. He won't help her. She'll have to sink or swim to learn.
Survive or fail.
Survive or fail. Apparently, Arno and Alessandra and Rob and Javier and Giancarlo, you all don't know the answers. Come on, you've got to be brave. Don't let David and Manu dominate the class.
Guys,
Speak up.
Guys,
Speak
sink
up.
or swim, right? Sink or swim,
Come on.
guys.
That one is a little bit less easier. It's a little bit difficult and tricky.
It is, but I'm going to give you great examples, like this one.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely, I realized the boat was sinking. By the time the water was up to my neck, slowly but surely.
Gradually.
Gradually, right? The key word there was slowly. Surely means that you are certain about it. D, everyone knows D. Sooner or later.
Sometime. There.
Sometime. Yeah, easy. E is all or nothing. So all or nothing, okay, we'll do this one. She didn't want to be just friends. It had to be all or nothing.
No other choice?
No other choice. Yeah.
It's my way or the highway.
My way or the highway, dude. So in this case, she wasn't going to take friendship. She wants a ring. Or forget about it. What's this? Or nothing. Take it or leave it. Okay, this one's probably no. Well, I'm sorry. That's the offer that I can give you. Take it or leave it.
Number 3, accept no less than everything.
Number 3 is accept no less than everything. Are you sure?
I think it's no other choices.
No other choices, yeah.
No other choice.
Yeah.
No other choices. Take it or leave it because there's no alternative. It's the only one you've got. Right, no alternative. Finally, we've got give or take. With give or take, I might say something like, well, it's about the same distance from here to Dublin, give or take a few miles. Or,
More or less.
yeah, more or less. Give or take, more or less. Okay, very good. And once again, you can review this by looking at the answers. They're all matched up for you. And the examples that I gave are on slide 16. These are non-and words. They use a different kind of conjunction. Basically, if we go back, they are mostly or, but a few to's. Yep. Oh, we got a but there too, slowly but surely. So these are different kinds of conjunctions. Back to front. Okay, that's not technically a conjunction. Okay, but anyway, you get the basic idea. All right, not bad at all. I want to, let's see what we have time to do here. We're running out of time. I wanted you to, I'm going to jump ahead to an exercise. I've got some exercises you could try on your own. I'm going to jump ahead to this exercise and see if we can do a few of these together. In the left-hand box are the first words of the binomial. On the right are a selection of words, some of which you will need, some you will not. So you can see an example there with law and order. Your task is to find a word on the right which can form a binomial with the left-hand word, as the example law and order. Look for words that are either near synonyms or antonyms of the word on the left. Okay? So the first one we just did, law and order. And then you're going to use these in an example of your own. Okay? Alexandra, you're going to take now. Arnaud, you're going to take hit. David, you're going to take clean. Rob, you're going to take pick. Javier, you're going to take sick. Giancarlo, you're going to take leaps. Manu, you're going to take whatever is left. Whatever you can find, because we ran out of words. So if there's any alternatives, you're going to give us an alternative. Alexandra, now. What can we match it up with?
I don't know, but I guess it's now and snow.
Now and what?
Snow.
Now and snow, I don't see the connection. I don't see the connection. Think about it. Think about it. We'll come back to it in a second. Think about it.
Okay.
Arnaud, hit.
No idea.
Okay, but think about it. Think about words that are either synonyms or antonyms. Think about the logic here. Find a near synonym or an antonym, and you will definitely get it. Okay, so take a minute. We'll come back to you.
Okay.
David, clean.
Clean and tidy.
Clean and tidy sounds perfect. Are they synonyms or antonyms?
Synonyms.
They are synonyms. Clean means clean, and tidy basically means clean. You got it. So that's another way you can pick out binomials, just by using a little bit of logic. Clean and tidy. Excellent. Rob, you're going to do pick.
Pick or choose?
Pick and choose.
And choose.
Excellent. That's one we saw before. Javier, sick.
Sick and tired.
Sick and tired. They mean almost the same thing. Excellent. Okay, Giancarlo stepped away. Manu, what do you think about now? What could we use?
Now and soon.
Now and soon. Good guess, because it's logical. But unfortunately, we have to use an antonym in this case, not a synonym. Unfortunately, we have to use an antonym. What's the opposite of now?
Now and then.
Now and then, right. The opposite is then. But you're absolutely right. Now and soon does follow the clue of near synonyms. Unfortunately, it's just not a binomial that we use. Okay? But good guess.
Okay.
Let's see. Are there any other words? Oh, we still have to do leaps.
And also hit.
And hit? Oh, okay. Let's go back to hit. Or no, I think that was you.
I'm going to say hit and miss.
Hit and miss.
Yes.
Antonyms. Very good. It's a hit or miss situation. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay? Giancarlo, are you back or are you still away? He's still away. Can anyone do leaps?
Leaps and bounds.
Leaps and bounds. We saw it earlier. Excellent. Okay. You passed the test.
Yay.
Now, in the last minute or two, you're going to use those expressions we just picked out to make these informal, use them to make informal sentences. You've got to rewrite these sentences. Okay? So, oh, sorry, wrong page. Let me keep that on the screen. Manu, there are lots of courses. You can make your own selection. Okay, you're enrolling in school, Manu. You need to rewrite that sentence using one of those expressions that we just used, Manu. Okay, take a look at number one. There are lots of courses. You can make your own selection. In other words, you can do what? Hello, Manu? Hello, Manu? Are you there? Manu! Manu is silent.
Hello. Sorry, I was on the phone. Sorry.
Look at number one. There are lots of courses. You can make your own selection when you enroll in school. Which binomial can we use? Can you make that sentence more informal by using a binomial? You can make your own selection. Take a look at our choices.
You can make.
Time's
I
up.
don't know.
Pass to Javier. Javier?
Yeah, sorry. Which one?
Oh, God. Number one. Javier, were you sleeping?
Yeah.
You can make your own selection. There are lots of courses. In other words, you can...
You can
Oh, Javier, I'm so disappointed.
use yeah, I don't know.
Oh, God. Pass!
Yeah, pass.
Pass to David.
Pick and choose.
Exactly. Pick and choose. Look, everything we just did, we're just using those. If you can use another one, great, but you can always rely on the ones from the last slide, if you weren't sleeping, of course. Rob, number 3.
I have had enough of traffic jams. I'm going to start using the train.
Right. In other words, How do you feel about traffic jams? By the way, I don't know why you went to 3 instead of 2, but that's okay. I've had enough of traffic jams.
Lips and bounds for him.
How do you feel, Rob? How do you feel about traffic jams? These are your keywords. How do you feel about traffic jams?
Lips and...
No, don't listen to him.
Okay.
How do you feel about traffic jams? Look on the left side. Come on, look. Rob.
Yes.
Look on the left side. Look.
Low
Oh,
and
God,
order.
I give up. Pass to Arnaud.
Pass.
Pass to Arnaud.
Okay. Which
Or
one?
number 3.
Number 3 or number 4? Because number 4 is mine.
Number 3. Number 3.
Number 3.
I've had enough of traffic jams.
I think the keyword is sick.
Sick, you're absolutely right. Sick and... I'll go back here so you can take a look. Sick and... This is the one that's a near...
Sick and tired. Sick and tired.
Sick and tired. Yeah, so say the sentence now with sick and tired. Not I have, but I am. So rephrase the sentence for us. Hello? I am...
What?
Rephrase the sentence using sick and tired.
Okay. I have had enough of traffic.
Nope. I am...
I am sick and tired of traffic jams.
Excellent. That's it.
Okay.
Just wanted to say you've got to use the verb to be instead of to have. Excellent. Okay, we're a little over time, but let's just finish this exercise. If you need to go, no problem. Mr. Alexandre, number 4. See if you can rewrite the sentence. We skipped number 2. That's okay. Do number 4. We'll go back to number 2.
Number 4?
Yeah, go for it. Yes.
Finding the right people was rather difficult. Sometimes it was hit and miss.
Excellent. Good. We succeeded. Sometimes we failed. Hit or miss. Very good. Very good. Okay. Bye-bye, David. Let's go back to Giancarlo. Are you back? I think he stepped away. I think he's still away. Ms. Manu. Let's go back to number 2 because we skipped it.
The flat looks all neat and spotless now for our visitors.
Excellent. Okay. Now, the key words here are neat and spotless. Can you recall our binomial?
Can you return to the phrase, please? To the sentence. The flat looks all neat and spotless now for our visitors. Okay, back to the words. Clean?
Clean and... You got it. You got half of it. Clean and...
Clean and...
Tidy.
Tidy.
Clean and tidy. Excellent. Very good. Very good. Very good. Clean and tidy is correct. Okay. We've got 5, 6, and 7. We're way over time, but if you want to stick around, we'll do them. Number 5. I don't know who's next. Javier, I think we're back to you. I don't know.
Okay, number 5. Let's check. My knowledge of English has progressed rapidly since I've been using this book.
Okay, now the key word is rapidly. I can give you that hint.
Rapidly was something like Leaps, no? Leaps, jumps.
That's 50%. Yeah. Leaps and
It's bounce, no? Leaps
correct.
bounce.
Okay, so read the sentence in the right way.
My knowledge of English has progressed leaps and bounds since
Almost.
I've been using the book.
Almost.
My knowledge
of English has progressed by leaps and bounds.
Okay, by leaps
By
and bounds.
leaps and bounds.
Okay.
Alessandra, number 6. Second to last one. Hello, Alessandra?
I have an echo.
Someone's got the other window open, the Verblink window open if you have an echo. It's not me.
Okay. I have an echo here. I'm heard Arnold yet.
Okay, so want to try 6?
The new Prime Minister promised that efficient policing would be the most important priority.
Okay, so policing is the key word here. Policing, that means having enough police out there on the streets. Any ideas? Another way to say policing. Oh, this one's way too easy. Way too easy, actually. Uh-oh, I don't hear anybody. Hello, hello? Hello? Anyone out there? Hello, hello?
Yes, John Eric, can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you.
Okay.
So, that one was easy because it's done for us. In other words, the Prime Minister promised that efficient what? Or he promised that it's efficient policing could be what? This one's easy. It's done for us. And the answer is? Anybody? Going once? Going twice? Or no? Nobody? You don't have to guess. It's done for us. Look. It's that. Let's say the sentence as it should be. The new Prime Minister promised that law and order would be the most important priority.
Okay.
Law and order in this case.
Okay.
Was that that wasn't clear? Okay. So, last one. We've got to go. Whoever knows it, shout it out. Last one. I've seen her occasionally taking her dog for a walk. Another way to say occasionally is?
On and off.
On and off. Very good. Also, we have, from this list, another way to say on and off.
Now and then?
Now and then is correct. Very good. And that is binomials. Okay, we didn't have a chance to play our game, but don't worry because on Friday's class, we'll have another chance in WordSneak. Okay, so I've got 2 other exercises for you to try if you want to download that presentation. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow at 12 GMT for Hot Topics. Bye for now, everyone.
Thank you, John Eric. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.